I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Shumpert and LeBron are out.
Oh! Nasty. Yes. Add that one to LeBron's highlight reel. How about the creativity in midair? LeBron James, he's the elder statesman on this team right now. He's done a nice job of taking some of the younger guys and showing them the way.
Left side, Shumpert. Now here's James. Irving passes to Thompson. The kick out to LeBron. Dishes to Shumpert. The screen from Thompson. Outside Irving. And the shot goes in.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
He also understands better than most how to use angles, and that was the reason why.
Green dishes to Aldridge. Tries again. Green kicks to Aldridge. Aldridge a screen. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And the idea of setting a screen on that play was right, but just poor execution.
Pau Gasol, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedman. J.R. Smith's checked in for Cleveland. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes played. Irving passes to Smith. There's the screen. Rebounded by the Spurs.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Those types of shots are low quality. You're not going to win too many friends on that one. Couldn't have been more wide open on that one.
And the foul called on Daniel Green. That's his first foul. Full 24-second shot clock. LeBron dishes to Thompson. Back to LeBron. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Obviously, this is where James is so difficult to defend. Can beat you with a variety of moves inside, just like that one.
Parker kicks to Leonard. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
And it was the screen there, guys, that freed him up as he ran his man into it.
And then it was all acceleration, GA, to the bucket right after that.
That was just a textbook pick that allowed him room, and he took advantage of it.
Gasol a screen. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. That one on Love. You know, it's interesting, the classy LaMarcus Aldridge, first drafted by Chicago, then the rights traded to the Portland Trail Blazers. You know, Greg, he was seen as a complimentary piece initially to their stars, but by the time he left, many wondered also, he's now a superstar, but could he embrace a smaller role, especially a smaller scoring role with the San Antonio Spurs?
And it shows how far he came during his time in Portland. Last season, some of the lowest minutes and points per game of his career, but he was efficient, rebounded and blocked shots at a higher clip, and he wanted a chance to compete at the highest level.
Parker passes to Green. 4 on the clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off here.
I love how he used his height advantage on that shot.
He also, for a big guy, has a terrific touch from that range.
LeBron sets the screen for Irving. Offensive rebound. Here's Thompson. Good D by Gasol.
Okay, that lay-in, he's tricky, but the defense was just too tight on him.
Aldridge a screen. Over in the corner, Green. And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Aldridge a screen. Here's Leonard. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one.
Just a great playmaking sequence by Parker there, coming away with the assist. And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
He kicks it to Leonard. And they double up Gasol. Parker outside. A floater.
I love the technique he uses, leveraging his position down low, then just using sheer size to snatch the rebound.
Here's Thompson. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and he'll go to the line. And one of the most resilient players around, Tristan Thompson, hasn't missed a game with injury since 2012.
And for a big man who plays the way he does, battling in the paint, going after every rebound, and also being the muscle for his team, it's impressive he's played this many games.
Now you look at the star trio of LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love. Smitty, how do you think the Cavs have done as far as integrating the talents of those three?
It's been a big challenge, reason why all 3 of these guys are accustomed to having the basketball in their hands and getting a lot of touches. There's only one basketball, and it's not easy. It takes a lot of sacrifice, trust, and commitment. Well, he certainly came out swinging. Only the first period, he's already picked up 2 fouls. Might need to ease up a bit now.
And a player of LeBron's caliber is expected to be a leader. It's a role he's never shied away from, Steve, and certainly he has filled the bill.
Not at all. Coming out of high school, he's always been a leader. LeBron is someone who loves his teammates and wants to stay close to them. But at the end of the day, he's all about winning. He's not shy about telling his teammates what they have to do to get the W.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. LeBron is doubled. It's a pick by Love. Shot from the wing. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And it's 8 points for LeBron.
At a time when everyone's obsessed with threes and dunks, LeBron's showing off a strong in-between game.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 1. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
What heart and desire thus far. Really incredible nose for the ball so far in this one.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. So on the floor for Cleveland, Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. Smith and LeBron filling out the wings. And it's Irving in at the point guard. Out to Smith. This one for 3. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Smith's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Cavs. Aldridge a screen. Leonard. Gasol is screen on Irving. Gasol wide open. He fires. On the mark with the 15-footer. And so much of the modern offense, Steve, comes from players creating chances for the shooters on this team. Who do you think are the best playmakers right now in the NBA?
I think Chris Paul. I think Rondo is very good. Yeah, Steph. John Wall has done a nice job being able to become more of a traditional point guard who can score. Some other minds that come to mind, Ricky Rubio is kind of a pass-first point guard, so there are some guys that can get out and really play that point guard position.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. And guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, DA. Thank you. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Simmons is checked in. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession.
You know, depending on the game situation, that kind of mistake can be deadly. Come on, you got to have awareness on the court.
Here's Irving. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Mills, he's checked in for the Spurs.
You know, Kyrie is a star in this league, but he has a chance to be a superstar.
Back to Mills. Gasol a screen. Mills dishes to Gasol. And nothing is falling for him right now.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change. Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. Aldridge left side. Pass to Simmons. Thompson inside. Working on Gasol. James misses. Spurs trail by 9. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. And Mills kicks to Gasol. And Gasol slams it in.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for Gasol to dunk it home. At 7 feet tall, he uses his height to power home those jams.
Wallace with it. Picked up by Aldridge. That savvy little up fake there. Fooling the D. Love's got his first basket.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Mills can't hit. Irving passes to LeBron. James with another miss. The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And last season we had Kobe's retirement, but in the offseason we said goodbye to another legend, the terrific Tim Duncan. You know, Greg, there was talk he might hang it up, and he felt that he didn't have any more in him and called it a career after 19 incredible record-breaking seasons.
Yeah, and Timmy retired in the most Duncan way possible. Just quietly let it happen in the midst of the summer. No farewell tour or any of that. A big hit to the game of basketball to see one of the all-time greats walk away, but arguably one of the best two-way players to have ever played the game.
To the inside. Aldridge a screen. Passes it to Mills. Three-pointer. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. Iman Shumpert's checked in for Smith. The Cavaliers on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Pass to Irving. Shumpert in the corner. Love dishes to LeBron. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. And the Cavs, obviously one of the most talented teams in the NBA. It's taken time for them to learn how to play together, though.
Yeah, you talk about having a big three and guys have never been around each other, and some young guys when you start talking about Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. Synergy, chemistry, that's all they needed. They have it now.
David Lee checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And the Spurs organization, really the gold standard in the NBA. Greg, they just keep winning.
You have to be impressed with how they've acquired young star talent to kind of carry on that tradition. Usually when teams have their stars retire, they go through that rebuild phase. The Spurs only revamp and reload.
And Simmons kicks to Lee. Mills passes to Lee. And the jam by David Lee.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Not only does that dunk help in cutting into this league, but it gives this team a real confidence boost, too.
Simmons. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Cavaliers on top, leading by 9. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And now the third quarter about to get going. Look at LeBron James. He's really been playing well.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
Just awesome on-court awareness, knowing when to take it to the hole as well as dish it out. That's why he is such a crucial member to this team.
Tony Parker is out there with Simmons. Then it's Pau Gasol. Then it's David Lee. And it's Leonard in the 3 spot. That's the San Antonio 5. A different look now for Cleveland. Smith comes in for Shumpert. And Darren Williams is subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
You know what? A low percentage pass on that one, but sometimes it's worth the risk.
Yeah, questionable. But it almost got through. It's probably a quick bucket if it did.
Manu Ginobili, he's checked in for Jonathan Simmons. They get a hand on it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Gasol. And the foul called on Pau Gasol. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And the Spurs making a change here. Mills is checked in. And here are the Cavaliers now. Here's Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And this is where Thompson likes to get his touches, right at the basket.
Screen by Lee. Mills can't hit.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And that one is good. Love's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
I hope people don't forget about Kevin Love's elite numbers back in the days. Crazy numbers. One year he averaged 26 and 13 rebounds for the Timberwolves.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
And for Kevin Love, do you think, Steve, we'll see him get back to those crazy numbers he put up with Minnesota?
You know, I don't think so. The reason why he's playing on this team where he has so many other guys that could do everything, back in Minnesota, he had to do it all. I think for Kevin Love right now, it's about winning and being productive.
Takes it out to Leonard. Picked by Lee. Lee is screen on Williams.
Bad screen.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Yeah, you've got to make sure your feet are set when you set those screens, or they're going to call that on you.
Feeds it to Love. On the wing, James. Cleveland moving the ball around. And Gasol sends it back.
And really, Gasol does an incredible job getting his hands up in the air, which results in a ton of rejections.
And the call will be against David Lee. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
And that'll be Cleveland as it goes out of bounds. Cavaliers retain possession. Cleveland leading by 15. Thompson sets the pick for LeBron. And again, LeBron missing.
And with the defense disrespecting him there, that's a shot he needs to make.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge has overcome a lot. As a child, his home life was not easy, and he was born with a heart condition. In fact, shortly after he was born, his heart stopped, and he had to be resuscitated. But Kevin, he said, I wouldn't take back any pain that I've endured on or off the court because it's made me who I am. And Kevin, that's a story all of us can be inspired by.
Thank you, D.A. Steve, we see so many former players taking over as first-time head coaches. I know you enjoy coaching your son's team. Any thought about coaching in college or pro basketball someday?
What I would love to coach at Michigan State University, my alma mater. But also, there's this other school, Kevin, I'm going to bring you on as my assistant coach. Me and you at Pepperdine in Malibu. That'll be fantastic.
How beautiful is that campus?
So those are my two places I want to coach.
We now know your priorities.
Yeah.
We now have your priorities very, very much in tune. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Spurs shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
When Tyronn Lue took over, the Cavs made sure that he was not an interim coach. They took that tag off, and Tyronn Lue has been a coach in waiting. He's done a nice job getting these guys to move the basketball and play unselfish.
The dish to Smith. Here's Love. It's good. The assist that time from Smith. 9 points for Kevin Love.
Able to score on all 3 levels, inside, outside, mid-range. Kevin Love, one of the most versatile offensive threats in this league.
Screen by Lee. Kicks to Gasol. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the call on Ginobili. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for San Antonio. Williams, he's checked in for Cleveland. Korver comes in for Smith.
Quarter 3, really the easiest and shortest one on the court, and if there's no defender there, he's almost automatic.
Daniel Green, he's checked in for Manu Ginobili. Outside Williams. Williams dishes to Thompson. To the middle. Clock at 6. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. The Cavaliers have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And so he hits the technical free throw. And the Spurs making a change here. Anderson's checked in. And Cleveland also making a change. Fry's checked in.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
And Gasol slams it in.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
Thompson sets the pick for Williams. Down low. And Thompson throws it down.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one.
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers definitely played at a slow pace. They've sped up the pace. They love the three-point shots. LeBron attacks so much. In the inside, he creates a lot of open looks for the Cavs shooters to knock down threes. He delivered that pass right on the spot to his teammate who was on the move.
The kick out to Aldridge. Fade away. Here's Gasol. And Thompson sends it back.
Great timing by Tristan Thompson on that block. That's his forte.
Here's Korver. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
You know, it's been a combination of their efforts at both ends of the court. They have played a truly complete basketball game.
Anderson can't get it to go.
Really bad mental lapse by the defense, yet he did not make them pay, surprisingly.
For Cleveland, they have shot 5 of 8 from the foul line. No good on that one. And he's good on the second. 11 seconds left to play in the third. Over in the corner, Green to the inside. Lobbed up there for Anderson. Out of bounds. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
That would have been a good time to just keep it simple. No need to rush that pass.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Cavaliers ahead, delivering the blowout. Live from the AT&T Center in San Antonio, you're watching 2K Sports. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. Love and Thompson, the hard rebounding post pair. Irving is out there with Kyle Korver. And it's Williams at the small forward. The Spurs shooting 41% for the game. Aldridge with a screen on Irving. Parker sets the screen for Green. Aldridge with it. Guarded now by Kevin Love. The 10-footer. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Aldridge has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for San Antonio. Thompson, a screen on Parker. Love outside. From outside, off the mark.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here. Yeah, and that's what you want from your point guard. Parker distributing the ball wonderfully on that possession.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Spurs.
And after battling a hamstring injury a couple seasons ago, Tony Parker is stepping up his physical maintenance and preparation regimen. More stretching and warming up before games, more recovery work afterwards. He's doing what it takes to stay healthy.
Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. Korver, good.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Spurs trail by 20. And Greg, talking about Tony Parker, the current deal has him signed through 2018, once one of the fastest players in the league. Do you think he's lost a step?
He may have, but so much experience and veteran savvy, and he knows how to keep defenders off balance, which is key. I think he's taking a page from Jason Kidd as well, working on his three-pointer to try to age more gracefully on the offensive end.
Here's the teardrop.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness. Stolen away. Down low. He's looking for Leonard and finds him. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Here's Dedmon. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Here's LeBron. Rebound, San Antonio. Parker kicks to Dedmon. Irving with the steal. LeBron outside. To the middle. And Thompson throws it down.
The vision of LeBron, always finding open teammates.
They set the screen. Parker with no one around. No good with the wing jumper. Nobody near Irving. Offensive rebound. Now here's the fast break. Parker leading the way. Shoots from the baseline. Good, he hits the jump shot. Smitty, you're a proud alum of Michigan State. Great school, great program. You contributed to help build the Clara Bell Smith Student Athletic Academic Center there on campus, one of the great facilities in all of college basketball. When you think back on your college experience, is the NBA's 1 year and out high school requirement enough, or would you like to see a change in that regard?
You know, I think it goes player by player, situation by situation, Kevin. I can speak for me. After 3 years, I was not ready, on the court or off the court.
That surprises me to hear you say that.
After 4 years, I thought I was ready pretty much on the court, but off the court, you're really never ready to have the challenges out of basketball.
So you liked the 4 years. You thought that was huge for you playing.
For me personally, I like the 4 years.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Jefferson comes in for Channing Frye. And Smith subbed in for Kyle Korver.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
I can't see this one slipping away from them at this stage. They've just been too good today.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless. And beyond the actual result of this game, fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Thompson.
It was a phenomenal job he did of finding his ideal rhythm at the offensive end and never letting the defense take him out of it. Once he got into that flow, the points came in a steady stream.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Here's Dedmon. Second chance shot. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
And the continuity for the Spurs, really, it's pretty amazing. I mean, that trio of Parker, Ginobili, and Duncan, the most successful trio in the history of the NBA.
Knocked loose. And it goes out of bounds. That one's off Parker. James kicks to Thompson.
Good.
And
good.
Thompson throws it down.
What's up?
Didn't take their time in wrapping this game up. They came out with a sense of urgency.
They did. Fantastic run here to really put this game to bed.
And that one misses.
One thing about Thompson, he's made improvements to his body and his game each and every year.
Leonard kicks to Parker. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Just 3 to shoot. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
And they're clearly finishing strong here, but not enough time to pull it out.
You're right. They're not going quietly. They're going to keep battling to the very end no matter what the score is.
So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
And they sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. We'll see you later.